guys, so this is Friday's math notes. So today we're going to be working with division and easy division without remainders. I can turn the page. All right, so we are still working with double digits. Now, remember, when we talk about double digits, it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just one extra step that we have to take, and we're going to be fine. So I do have an extra piece of paper, which is my scratch paper, because I'm going to be using it to help me work my problems out. Okay, so I have 585 divided by 39. Now, remember, this is called the dividend. This is called the divisor. This up here is called the quotient. I'm telling you this multiple times because next week you're going to have an interactive little assignment to do where you're going to have to label and construct division problems. So remember that, okay? So the first thing we do, we're going to ask if 39 will go into 5. And of course, we know it won't. So I'm going to put a 0 there. Now, some teachers would make you work that all the way out, but I'm not going to. So now I'm going to move over to 58. Will 39 go into 58? Yes, it will. But we have to figure out how many times. Now, 39 is really close to the number 40. So I'm going to use 40 for a second. If I multiply 40 by 2, I get 80. And that's much too high for 58. So that means 39 will only go into 58 one time. Because if 40 plus 40 is 80, that means 39 plus 39 would be 78. So that would be way too big. So I have 1 times 39 is 39. I'm going to subtract. Remember, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So I'm going to subtract now. And the answer is 19. Now, I subtracted, I bring down. Now, how many times will 3 go into 19 without going over? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 21. Okay, 21 is too big, so that means 18. So what times 3 gives me 18? 6. So let's try 39 times 6. So I'm going to take my scratch paper. 9 times 6 is 54. 6 times 3 is 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's too big. So that means I need to go down. So let's try 39 times 5. 5 times 9 is 45. Carry my 4. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 4 is 19. So that means 39 will go into 195 5 times. 5 times 39 is 195. So my answer is 15. Now, as you can see, this does not have any grids. I kept everything lined up and everything is neat and I can read it. That's exactly how I expect your paper to look. Okay, we're not rushing. We're not doing anything. All right, now I have 82 divided into 492. Now, 82 will not go into 4, but it also won't go into 49. So now I have to figure out how many times 82 will actually go into 492. So let's look at it. How many times will 8 go into 49 without going over? Well, I have 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 46. 8 times 7 is... Wait. I say 46. 48. And then 7 times 8 is 56. Okay, 56 is way too big. So got to go with 8 times 6, which was 48. So let's try 6. So scratch paper. 82 times 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 1 is 49. And there we go, 6 times. So I'm going to put my 6 here and go 6 times 82 is 492. Subtract, my answer is 6. Okay, next question, 371 divided by 53. All right, so how many times will 53 go into 3? None, it won't. How many times will 53 go into 37? Not that I know of, no. Okay, so once again, we have to figure out what big number here. So, how many times will 5 go into 37 without going over? Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, 40 is too big. So that'll be 35. What times 5 is 35? 7. So let's try 7. 53 times 7. 7 times 3 is 21, so 1 carrying my 2. 7 times 5 is 35, 36, 37. And we have a winner right there, 7. 7 times 53, 7, 3, 7, 1. So my answer is 7. All right, I have number 4 is 768 divided by 48. So how many times will 48 go into 7? It won't. But 48 will go into 76, but we just got to figure out how many times. So 48 is awfully close to 50. Okay, awfully close. And 50 plus 50 is 100. So 48 plus 48 is going to be way past 76. So we're going to put 1. And then we're going to subtract. Because 48 out of 76 is 28. Now we drop the 8. Now we have to figure out how many times 48 will go into 28. So, how many times will 4 go into 28 without going over? Well, I know 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 8 is 28. Let's try 4 times 7. 48 times 7. 8 times 7 is 56. 7 times 4 is 28. Uh-oh. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. That's too big. So that means we're going to try 6. That's 48. 4 times 6 is 24. 25, 26, 27, 28. There we go. It's 6. See, this method, it gives you a starting point. It doesn't necessarily give you the answer. All right, so I have 70 and 140. Now, here's something that you can see. This is what I would. How many times will 7 go into 14? Look at it. Just take the zeros out of the equation. If you took the zeros out, like boom, boom. How many times will 7 go into 14? Twice. So that means 70 will go into 140 2 times. Because 2 times 0 is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. See, sometimes you don't have to, do all the heavy lifting. You just got to know some tricks, and that was a trick. Let somebody else do the heavy lifting for you. Okay, I have 231 divided by 11. Now, we know our 11s. Okay, we know them. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99. Watch one blank, 110, 121, 132. So we know our 11s. So let's get started. How many times will 11 go into 2? 0 times. But 11 will go into 23. How many times? You should say 2, because that is correct. And 2 times 11 is 22. If we take 22 out of 23, we get 1. If we drop down our 1, we get 11. And 11 will go into 11 one time. 21. Okay, we have number 7. Let's see, 903 divided by 21. So 21, 9 cannot, okay, wait, let me take this back. 21 will not go into 9, so that's 0. But 21 will go into 90. And you're like, but Miss Moore, I don't know my 21s. You know your 2s. How many times will 2 go into 9 without going over? 4 times. And 21 times 4, you should be able to do this one in your head. 84. And that would fit her just right there. 84 from 90 gives you 6. Carry down your 3. And how many times will 21 go into, 2 go into 6? 3 times. And we should not have to, we can work this in our head. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. All right, now we have 612 divided by 68. So I know that 68 will not go into 6. Unfortunately, it won't go into 1. So that leaves me with 612. Now, let's try to figure this out. How many times will 6 go into 60? And you're like, well, 10 times. Well, unfortunately, I cannot use 10. But I can use the next number below it, which is 9. So let's do 68 times 9. All right. So 7 times 9 is 72. 9 times 6 is 54. 54 plus 7 would be 61. Hey, there we go. 9 times. All right. A selection of National Gallery houses, 550 paintings by 10 artists. If all the artists have an equal number of paintings on display under their names, how many paintings are included for each artist? Now, this one is going to be real simple because you're dividing by 10. And you should remember this. If you have a number like this and it's being divided by 10, you just have to move that decimal over one time. See, I told y'all would use this in the future. So you have 550 divided by 10 equals 55 paintings. Use the tricks, guys. Use the tricks. Okay, Emily read an 800-page book during the 80-day-long summer holiday. How many pages did she read each day? If she covers an equal number of pages each day. Well, once again, we're dealing with zeros. And a little trick. Since we're dealing with zeros, take off the last zeros. Wait, it's 800, Riley. Okay, take off the 1 0 apiece. Now, how many times will 8 go into 80? 10 times. So 80 will go into 800 10 times. So these little tricks are stuff you can use to reduce your workload. Okay, that's the division page 1. This is page 2. Now, I'm going to do the first 3, and y'all are going to be responsible for doing the last 6. Okay, if you want to, you can even say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so odds. So we're doing 1 through 6. Yeah, we are doing both of these rows. All right, so I have 1,089 divided by 11. So how many times will 11 go into 1? Unfortunately, 0 times. How many times will 11 go into 10? 0 times. Even though it's really close, it's still 0 times. How many times will 11 go into 108? All right, now this is when it comes to our 11s. Now, I know that 11 times 10 is 110. So that's too big. So 11 times 9 is 99. So 99 from 108 is 9. Drop the 9. And we already know how many times 11 will go into 99. 9 times. So your answer is 99. Okay, I have 16 divided into 960. So I'm going to get my scratch paper. It has disappeared. No, it's not. It's just turned over. Oh, yep, it's right here. All right, so how many times will 16 go into 9? 0 times. But 16 will go into 96. We have to figure out how many times. So let's do it this way. We have to do some adding. All right, so when it comes to the teen numbers, you're just basically having to take the best guess. And what I want to do is I'm going to say, okay, 16 is awfully close to 20. Now let's see, 16 is awfully close to 15. How many times will 15 go into 96 without going over? Well, I know 15 plus 15 is 30. And then 30 plus 45, it'd be 45. And then 60, 75, 90. So 6 times? So let's try 6 times 96. No, wait. 16 times 6, I'm sorry. Okay, 6 times 6 is 36. Carry my 3. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Whoa, look at there, 96. There we go. Now, how many times will 17 go into 1,292? Once again, unfortunately, we have to figure out a big number because 17 will not go into 1, 17 will not go into 12, but it will go into 129. Now, I'm not going to do the 15 again because 17 is more so with the 20. So how many times will 2 go into 12 without going over? 6 times. So let's do 17 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 100. Let's try again because it may be a little bigger. Okay, 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11. There we go, that's closer. So 7. Ooh, when we subtracted, we got 102. And looky right here, we already did that. How many times? 6 times. I knew I was doing that the whole time, guys. All right, guys, you are going to be responsible for doing those 6 at the bottom. I would have done this with my kids. They would have been responsible for the 6 at the bottom also. So I need you to work these 6. Please make sure that you keep everything lined up and straight. Try your best. And just try your best, guys. And if you want to, you can use a blank sheet of notebook paper. Just set it up the way that I showed you. I'll talk to y'all later.